Well, thanks for staying with us. Most certainly, of course, the most prominent issue still remains security. And, Chimberlin, I don't know for how long we're going to do this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
good morning. I mean, it's something that you just thought that by now the authorities will have a lead on some of these things in terms of, first there's an argument about who did what, which group is responsible. And then, okay, look, if there's been arrest, or has there been any arrest, where are we on all of this? Why do they keep happening? And then time and again, you think you hear assurances that it won't happen again, but you just keep seeing it.
These things have been moving, it would seem like it's just crawling all over the nation. Northeast since 2009, and of course spread back and forth. And then now, remember what the Southeast Governors Forum chairman said, that some people are trying to stir war in the Southeast. And with all of the attention in the Southeast now and this thing that happened in Owerri, I'm wondering what's going on.
Well, the governors, the NGF, now, this is upon us. I mean, yeah, you have one form of policing or the other than the Nigerian police force. So how come they still haven't thought it, to say, look, where do we go from here? In terms of what structure do we need, what do we need to change? And then, look, that's if they are all not on the same page. And are they still not on the same page? If not, why are they not all on the same page on this kind of thing? So many questions.
Well, the Owerri incidents is definitely giving everyone sleepless nights, and for which reason the governors have, the Nigerian Governors Forum, have many sleeping. But let's listen to Eitokwe Kute, who is a correspondent in Owerri. Good morning, Eitokwe. I mean, we've seen the news, but what's the latest?
Yeah, good morning, Ayo. Well, right now it's calm in Owerri, the Imo State capital, as people are going about their normal activities, even though yesterday there were rumors in some places that the House of Assembly was under attack, which was later debunked by the Nigerian police force here in Owerri. But same yesterday night, there was a series of gunshots, sporadic gunshots around Orji area of Owerri here, where armed robbers struck and attacked some motorists. So presently, that's the latest. That's the latest we've seen in the security challenges in this area. But just like it's been in the news a few days ago, on Saturday morning, the country home of Governor Opigodima was attacked by gunmen, even though it was repelled by security operatives there, which led to the death of 3 security operatives. Some parts of the house was touched to death. So we're still trying to go around this morning to see what security agencies will have to say about all these things.
Well, so that is, for at least for one, we can say that is what we have for now. But when you say people have begun to go back to their normal duties, can people really just go back that easily? I mean, I'm wondering, I'm wondering, what kind of security apparatus has been put in place that can give people rest in their hearts that, okay, we're going to be safe if we go out.
Okay, definitely, even in war zones, even in war countries, economic activities must go on. People must go about their normal lives. Students must, like now in Owerri today, in Imo State today, most of the schools resumed, the secondary and primary schools resumed. So students resumed today. People are opening their shops. They're going about their normal activities. Even though the state government already told the people to become and go about their lawful activities. But, okay, in several groups, several social media platforms I belong, you see people trying to caution everybody, when you're going through this place, please make sure you go with your ID card, make sure you're vigilant, make sure you're this, life has to go on, but make sure when you go through here, you pass through here. And security, like most of the roads in Owerri, the most capital, we have security checks, barricade some places. So security operatives are also on ground trying to trying to prevent any further attack. But like I said, life will have to go on. People are going about their normal activity, even though there's still fear around. The people are still a little bit scared, but they're still very careful and they're going about their normal business activities.
Well, we understand that, in fact, were there any sporadic shootings later in the evening? And then secondly, which police authorities are addressing the state about it? Because some suggest that perhaps from Abuja, that's where they've taken over. Or is the State Police Command going to address the citizens or give some sort of information moving forward?
Okay, like I said earlier, these are what happened yesterday night. At about 8 p.m., there were rumors that the House of Assembly was under attack by gunmen and set ablaze. But when we tried to investigate and go around the place, we saw that it was a rumor, and even the police command debunked it yesterday. But few minutes later, there was sporadic gunshots around Orji area, or Kigwe Road, Orji area here in Owerri, where armed robbers attacked some motorists and shot sporadically in the air, and it caused panic in that area. But we learned that later security operatives were drafted to the area to maintain calm. But even though some people, we've not been able to get the actual number of people that were sustained gunshot injuries. But the police public relations officer, Orlando Ikoku, who I spoke to yesterday night, said some who sustained injury have been taken to the nearest hospital for treatment. We're still waiting, like you said about who is briefing, we're still waiting for the police command this morning to tell us something about what happened, more about what happened yesterday night, the measures they're putting in place, and what and what not to do at this time, where to go, areas residents can pass and all. And, talking about the Abuja, for now, what happened on Saturday, there's been a joint operation of security operatives in Imo State, right from when government attacked Olu, few months ago. So there's been a joint military and security operations here in Imo State. So I think that was what also took place at Awomama on Saturday. But we're still trying to get more facts and more information from the police command down here in Owerri.
Well, we have heard, there's a lot of talk about, the involvement of IPOB or no IPOB. We heard what the former IGP said. We've heard what the allegations, by, so many people. And, of course, the position of the chairman of the Southeast government. So I'm wondering, what's the latest about, the IPOB end of this conversation so far? What are the people saying, because it will seem like on the one hand government is saying this, what are the people saying about that?
Okay, first, when the former IGP came to Owerri a few weeks ago during the first attack, the attack on the correctional center and the Imo State Police Command, he attributed that attack to the members of ESN of the IPOB, But also, a few days later, the state government says the attack was masterminded by some politicians and politicians in the state. But the thing is, Imo indigents are not when the security operatives are saying this, then other people are saying so. And for the fact that IPOB has already come out plain to say they are also not behind these attacks. So I think basically the onus lies on the state government and the security operatives to tell us those people behind these numerous attacks in the state. Because, between January and April, there have been several attacks on police formations. There have been several attacks on government facilities, and just the recent one on the governor's country home. So I think the security operatives will have to tell us those people behind it. And like what happened on Saturday when Ikonso commander, one of the leaders of ESN was killed. And from a statement by the security operatives, they said he was one of the people behind the attack on the Nigeria Correctional Center and the Nigerian police force. But for the people, you know, everybody has they have their own thoughts, they have their own. Well, it's not been something that it's what they are saying is what they know or what they hear from the state government or from the police.
Well then, Hitokokute, we have to thank you very much, and please, you have to keep safe as we await so many other things that you give us, especially updates on this matter. Thank you so much for the report. Yes.